How you guys doing? Eating some Cheez-Its. Getting ready to watch an interesting Texas race. Sorry about my munching. But like I said, NFL Draft is on. Frank's Cup Series. We're down to our last four cars in that bracket. I will talk about that later. They also made some sweeping changes after the last 2 weeks. So field limit of 20. That's definitely something to watch out for tonight. 20 cars in a field limit. So a lot of guys are actually going to not make the field. So that's going to be something to watch out for tonight. I'm also watching the NFL drafts, so I won't put any spoilers, but I am watching it, just letting you guys know. Can't wait until we get the Colts pick. So that's the main reason. But I'm excited. Texas provides solid racing. Single file racing, really, but we'll never know. Alright, let me go over the stages for tonight. Stage 1 is going to be 52, Stage 2 is going to be 50 laps, and Stage 3 is going to be 65. So overall tonight, it's going to be a fairly even event. Fuel wear is around 31 laps. They gave me that information. So you're going to have one pit stop per stage. Two maybe in Stage 3. I think two, or there's going to be at least two in Stage 3 though. It's 65 laps. 30 and 30, 60. So maybe you could make it if you're really hard on saving, but Stage 1 and 2 are officially one stop. So push with all your might. Gonna be a fun one. Alright, let me make sure I get my stream manager up. It's all working. Alright. Alright, let me go over the bracket they're setting up their lobby. Bracket is Joey and Brandon, aka Big Coke. So R4, no, actually, yes, it is R4D and Coke, as we also had someone get dismissed. I won't speak on the matter. Parker, Yoshi Racing, and Wesley. Wesley won last week at Indianapolis, technically, and had a great run there. Was able to steal it from Slurp, who had a good run as well. Almost nearly got there at the line. Just not enough time, unfortunately, for him, but we all know Wesley was really happy about that. Got a second win on the season. This time was a little bit better than Atlanta, so I'll give him credit. That was a fun race to watch, but I expect a little bit better. I think last week, little chaotic throughout the event, stage 3 especially, but I feel like they can clean it up. They know how to race. I think this week is going to be a lot of changes. That's the number one thing that they process or put emphasis on tonight is change, changing up how they did stuff, etc. We will just wait for an invite to get into this race. Alright, let me get up point of views for tonight. Who is streaming? Only 20 get in. So somebody maybe at this field might not get in this event. We have 16 in the lobby currently. 17, so if they have over 20 drivers, someone is not making it. That's definitely a new change that I think in the long run, if they have confidence, they will probably change that. But currently I feel like it's a good change that probably needs to be done for now, for at least the time being. It will, I think, will help out with the driving a little bit, get the field reduced, get it to a manageable number, especially with them using Discord now. I think that's going to help them massively. Rock, that is Frank's. That is the Frank's Cup Series. He's one of the drivers. If you're on my stream. He is one of the drivers in the series. Alright. Oh yeah. I think I said it earlier in their Discord. My pick for tonight is gonna be Parker. Yoshi Racing. I think he's got speed at Texas. Ran top 10 all night, and ODRL at this track, and I feel like ODRL, they're a little bit quicker, and I feel like Parker's got a good opportunity to win his bracket where he's going against Wesley. I feel like Wesley, I don't know. Texas is a little different from Indy. I think they're both really good tracks in terms of, like, since they're both single file, but I'm feeling Parker will be really, really good tonight. He has some speed at this type of raceway. Alright, now I think they're loading in. Alright, thank you, Mello. We're gonna load in and see this qualifying session. So no one's gonna get eliminated as everyone. It's 20 drivers, so no one will miss the event tonight. Ironman is also running tonight. Oh, they're taking Tat McMillan. Oh, shit, that's a good pick. Melodramatic in the 21, Nigel in the 45 machine, Bush in the 47, Big Colk in the 5 car, one of your bracket contenders. In the 5 machine, Kevin Yu in the 99 was really competitive at Indy alongside them. R4D, one of your bracket competitors as well. Trusting Banjo in the 34, he's also been really good this season. Wesley in the 19 won last week at Indy, was very competitive, was able to win Indy and Atlanta this season, currently sits inside the top 10 in points, so he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Outsider in the 8 machine, 95 of Slurp was also really good. We saw him at the end there nearly get to the inside and win that event. It was so close for him, sadly he was not able to get it done, but I look for him to be competitive tonight again. Flair Vanetti in the 68. You see him catching up to his pack. 60 of Tinks Puddin'. Dot Husky in the 79. Slight Savage in the 2 car. Venom X Narg, new driver in the series in the 67. Ironman also new to the series. We know him from ODRL, but he is new. K-Therms in the 11 machine. I feel like he's going to be competitive tonight. He's going to be my dark horse. Mr. Slyjob making his debut in the series in the 98 machine. And then we got Yoshi Racing in the 1. Yoshi, the regular Yoshi, that was Parker. This is Josh in the 24. Then we got Ramming Mayor, or Mayor as we like to call him. And then Melodramatic, your league owner, currently leading his field without drafts. So that is your field for tonight. It's 20 cars, 20 good cars, hopefully at Texas, hoping for a good show, and we'll see. Gonna be a fun one at Texas. Lot of plate racing. It's a semi follow the leader type racetrack, so apron touches are gonna be a thing tonight, as we see a lot of people pitting. I don't know how it works. I think you're allowed to make adjustments. So I think you're allowed to make any adjustments to your car as long as you can make it. That's what I'm thinking at the moment, so, or just what they're doing. Hoping for more than one point of view. I don't think Reagan, yeah, Reagan's not here tonight, so Reagan Boy is not here. Ironman is here though, so hopefully he streams. Besides that, looks like Wesley's our only point of view for tonight. So if Wesley lags out, we are cooked. Ironman coming out of pit road with the 22 machine. K-Therms, 98 of slide. Yoshi and the one machine, Parker. Yeah, they're just finishing up their group qualifying effort. You see Savage come to pit road. They do practice pit road during this session a little bit. '99 and the 95 as they come down to pit road. R40 and the 38 machine just hanging on to the backpack of this draft, just getting draft for the qualifying laps. Alright, I'm gonna take off my headset for a little bit. Because I want to watch the NFL draft. I apologize to anyone if you guys are interested in qualifying. I'm just gonna let you guys stay on them. I'm gonna let them qualify in the background. Alright, qualifying is over. Group qualifying is over, so we're going to see who gets on pole for tonight's event. It should be a fun one. Like I said earlier, my prediction is that Parker wins it. My dark horse, again, I'm going to do my dark horse with, who should I go with a dark horse for? In this field, Mello. I think he's considered a dark horse in this league. I'm gonna go, yeah, Mello's my dark horse. He's my dark horse tonight. So Mello's gonna be my dark horse. My main pick, though, it's gonna be... You guys already heard it. Parker. Alright. On pole for tonight's event is gonna be Kevin Yu. On pole alongside him is gonna be... Who's gonna be alongside Kevin? It's gonna be Trusting Banjo 3rd, R4D, Slide Job 4th. 5th is gonna be Slurp 6th, Mello 7th, Wesley. 8th is gonna be Venom. 9th is Ironman, and then rounding out your top 10 is Nigel Speed. So that is your field for tonight's event. It's going to be a fun one at Texas. I can't wait. Hopefully we have a good show. And the last 2 weeks have been a little disappointing, but I feel like Discord is going to help. I think communication between the admins is going to be a lot better this week. I think we'll see a change. The racing is the driver's part, but I feel like communication will really help out this league a ton. I think they had communication. It was really hard to communicate, and I think that's really why we had saw so many issues with the league. Also, they have 21 in the lobby at the moment, so somebody joined but can't run tonight. Yeah. That might be me. Excuse me. Alright, gentlemen. We're now gonna wait on the lobby to start up, and we're gonna get this rock and rolling. On pole, though, is Kevin Yu in the 99. Branwell last week did not get the win that he wanted, but I think he got a good finish, maybe a top 5. I'll double check that real quick for you guys. Yes, he did get a top 5. Actually, he finished. No, Kevin had a horrible finish. Where did Kevin finish? Yeah, Kevin finished 22nd, but he had really good speed at Indy, to be honest with you. Chicken jockey? Really, Yoshi? Really? Once we get to the Colts pit, oh my God, they got people trying to delay the NFL draft. All right, let me go back over the information for tonight so you guys don't aren't disappointed. So stage one's gonna be 52 laps. Again, the fuel runs 31 to 32, I would assume. So basically, what to expect here tonight? Stage one, stage two, expect one pit stop. Stage three is where we're gonna get little iffy. We got some people who can do strategies if they can keep it green. Guys like Iron Man, especially him. He likes to play around with strategies. I look for him to be up front tonight, eventually going through the field. So I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're now gonna wait. They're starting up the lobby, and guess what they forgot? They forgot about the commentator. Well, we're cooked. They have already started, and the league owner races in here. So, you forgot someone. You forgot someone. Very important. The guy who has to watch the race. Guys, someone needs to invite me. Invite me! They forgot me, bro. This is crazy. Well, we're gonna do exactly what we did yesterday, unless they have a caution. Again, up front, I don't know who's the leader. Parker's not up front because he's a loser. Yes, I'm gonna be criticizing you now because I'm forced to watch you. Yeah, Parker currently sits in ninth, battling with Nigel Speed, inside the top 10, moving his way through the field on the top lane. I wish I could do more, guys. I apologize. Currently, I have not gotten an invite to the lobby. Banjo sits in second. As they're battling for second, Slurp gets around him. Fourth is Wesley. Fifth is R4D. So Yoshi, or no, technically Kevin Yu has led every single lap so far. As we're about 3 laps in, I am basically doing side camera. Okay, I have to join the party. Alright, well, We're gonna be here for a while. I apologize. They forgot about me. I am very sad about that. I've been forgotten about, so we will probably not be commentating for about 30 laps, which is crazy. To be honest with you, but I don't know. They forgot about me. They're using Discord for the first time, so it's a mistake. Oh, Colston Loveland. No, fuck. Well, as we do that, we can just talk about how's your day going, guys? We got a battle for the lead. Here comes Wesley making a move on Slurp for second. We can already see him. He's gonna make a move for the lead. Here he comes to the bottom. Slurp holds the bottom, so Kevin Yu has dropped down from the lead down to fourth now. R40 sits in fifth. Oh, into the wall. Wesley goes. He slides up. We might have a little wreck in the back. I don't know. Kevin Yu's way off the pace. I think something happened to him. So we are going to be here for a while. Slurp has taken a lead. Wesley in second. Oh, little almost hit the wall there. Was Slurp, so he still holds on to the lead. Like last week, Slurp has a lot of good pace at these type of racetracks, and it's continuing to show. Wesley again has some speed in stage 1. The main thing at this type of racetrack is off of 4. You got to be easy on the gas. You can get very free and loose, so that's something to watch out all night long. Up to third is Banjo, up to fourth is R4D, and setting back there in fifth is Slide Job. Oh, Slurp, yeah, he's just running consistent line. We're gonna go over to Yoshi Racing's point of view. If you guys actually want to watch the race, go to their point of views. I do not have race footage at the moment, as I did not get an invite, so it will take forever. Wish somebody would just pull over and invite me. That'd be grateful. Yoshi Racing is behind Ironman in 6th. 7th is Yoshi. So that is your field. 42 laps to go in stage 1. Overall, as you can see, we've been on the menu. I'm trying to commentate as best I can. Then contact between the 98 of Slide and Ironman. So contact between those two a little bit, not that much though. Ironman keeps it straight, so he's all the way back there in 7th again. So now it's going to be about who's got the best handling car in the long run. 41 laps to go in stage 1. So far it's been a clean affair, not really any wrecks so far. Wish there would be a big one, or at least a minor wreck, so I can just get in the race, you know, that would be great. But overall it's been solid so far. Here comes Slide back to the inside lane. Nothing really going on up front. Been a very clean affair. So, not much to talk about, as I don't have a point of view on the race. So I can't really check the back markers. Or the back half of the pack. Which sucks. My god, this is frustrating. Well, Slurp is on the top lane now. We are switching positions as Yoshi Racing, aka Parker's back up to 4th. He's making his way through the field. We got a charge from Banjo and R4D as they're working together. 38 laps to go in stage 1. I'd love for someone just to pull over and be nice, you know? That'd be lovely. 37 laps to go. We've gone 15 laps in. No viewpoint of the race yet. I apologize. We will hopefully get that in about 15 more laps. This is unprecedented. I am pretty much just being a radio host at the moment, which is not fun, but if I have to do it, I have to do it. Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh god! God damn. Oh yeah, I got a new chair today. It is a really comfy chair. That's why I'm not complaining as much. But Wesley has been your leader. Took over the lead early on. So far he's doing solid leading laps. Won at Indy last week. I'm also trying to check the NFL draft. I'm more interested in the NFL draft at this point. It's gonna take them a bit to get me in. Well, caution is out. They called a manual caution so they can finally hopefully get me in. Yes, manual cautions are now in effect. They removed relaxed yellows because of Discord, so they're going to be start using those. Please invite me. I do not want to sit in this goddamn thing again for another 30 laps. I cannot sit at this main menu. I'm going bald hair. I'm about to spam message Iron Man at this point. Like, Iron Man should know better. There we go. Okay, guys, we can finally show some cars on the track. Hooray! Alright, so this week instead of the racing Euro, I guess that's definitely a new experience. Thank you, Yoshi Racing, for also inviting me. We're finally able to watch the race. Let's go. I can't wait to watch this race. Also, the Colts pick in 2 picks, so I am excited for that. First caution of the night, stage 1. We went about 15 to 17 laps of green flag racing. We did not catch that. I don't know who wrecked in the back. It was someone, maybe Yoshi and Slurp involved. Slurp in the back now. That's unfortunate for him, as he was running inside the top 5 at one point in this event. So overall, going to be a fun one tonight. We are about 20 laps. Let me get a lap check in a minute. Cowboys are picking on the clock, as we like to say. They're going to do choose at the line. And we're going to get this thing rolling. Slide is up to 3rd. R4D has dropped all the way back outside the top 15. Maybe inside the top 15. As there's only 20 cars in the field from now on. Savage inside the top 5 for the first time tonight in that 2 machine. Here they go for the choose. Banjo and... No, that isn't Banjo. That is Iron Man to the rear. There's 2 in the rear. Here they go for the choose. Choosing at the line. A lot of people choose the inside lane, but you got some picking the outside. Let's see what works on this restart, but our leader is going to be Wesley in the 19 machine alongside Slide. Definitely a pair of people. We're going to see how this runs. We see K-Therms in the 11 machine. Alright, so I want to watch the NFL draft, but we do have a restart to get going here, so we're going to go on board with the leader. We're going to see how he gets going on this restart. 30 laps of fuel in their tank. So, they are very close on that fuel run. I'll get a double check on this time by when they cross the line. But it should be fairly close. As you start off with 30 laps of fuel, you can reduce your tape to make it a little bit better. We'll see. Here they go into the Geico restart zone. Wesley, your leader, right behind him is going to be a 34. Banjo, here we go. K-Therms and Banjo get a good jump pushing there. Slide Job gets a horrible restart. 32 laps to go in stage 1. It is savable. Look for a car to save this stage to the finish. Unless we have a caution. Savage keeps out of the wall. He does eventually make contact with it, but he keeps it straight. They're 5 wide on the backstretch. They keep it straight back there. Savage and the 2-car. Parker and Savage side by side here. Here they head into 1 and 2. See the 21 of Melodramatic stuck on the top lane as well. 38 of R4D in front of them. Tinks put in battling with the 95 of Slurp, who was your leader. Probably got loose up top from 3 and 4 and probably lost it there. Nigel right ahead of Outsider in the 8. K-Therms though up to 3rd, making his way through the field. Kevin Yu right behind him. So these are all ODRL guys. Big Hulk's currently sitting behind in the rear of the field, so he's not having a good night so far, but it's very early on. Yoshi in the 24, you can see Tinks in the middle, Bush on the top, and on the bottom is Slurp in the 95. Slurp's going to try to take for a 2-for-1 deal there. Yoshi's going to help him. Tinks in the wall. Yoshi, though, they're sliding up the track. Big Hulk behind Parker in the 1. So far, it's been smooth sailing for the top 10. At the beginning of this run, we can see the 67 up the track a little bit. That's going to open the door for Slide to get underneath him. Alright, we're going to go back to our point of view of Wesley in a few seconds. We get a lap check at the line this time by. 67 gets back around Slide. That is Venom, the new driver in the 67. He's looking to impress tonight. As we have 27 laps to go in stage 1. So far, so good. 1 caution, but it was very early on, and I think they can learn from it. Slide's gonna get underneath. He does. He gets underneath Venom. Contact between him and the 67. Gonna send him up the track a little bit. It's gonna send Venom behind Nigel. Into the wall he goes. Oh, into another car. They keep it straight. Oh, there they go. There they go around, and that's gonna be another caution. Ironman sweeps through and avoids everyone. 2 cars. Savage slides up the track, so that's gonna be a big one. Nigel, your leader, is gonna lead us back to the caution, to the yellow flag. Here comes Bando, got a run on the outside. Can he get there? He's not. Wesley, your leader. Alright, so that is our second caution in stage number 1. Incident caused by a little contact into the wall. Venom went, and that caused a stack up behind him and just calamity, as we like to say. I wish the Dolphins would just frickin' pick already. Sorry, I'm raging. Dolphins, pick your player already. And it better not be a tight end. Tyler Warren's still on the board, guys. If the Dolphins draft him, I'm going to be absolutely throttled with him. Here we go on the pit road. We're going to go on board with the 19 of Wesley. Alright, let's look back from Wesley, our leader at the moment of caution. Let's see if he beats everyone out of pit road. Alright, as we're going to do that, we're going to close my stream for the draft. We're going to go to my chat. Anyone in here? Nope. No chatters so far. Okay. You guys make it super easy for me. Alright, Wesley is going to beat everyone out of pit road, so he's going to continue to be your leader when we go back to the green flag. So, it's going to be a fun one. Alright, who else do we have live? I know Parker's live. He just ended his stream. Hold on a minute. Yoshi's stream. No, he's in the race still. He just ended his stream for some reason. I don't know why he ended his stream, but he did. So no Yoshi Racing point of view for tonight. Just FYI, guys. That is one of our 2 point of views who is not streaming. Why is Impact watching Wesley? You know what? I don't question Impact. Alright. Wesley is your leader. Early on in stage number 1. 2 cautions so far, manuals. And I think they can clean it up. Realistically, those 2 incidents, they can be cleaned up. Alright, we're going to go to Stream East. Here they go for the choose. Banjo to the front row. Alongside him is going to be Wesley, your leader. Second row is going to be Kevin Yu, and that is, I think that's the 98 of Slide Job. Third row is going to be Nigel, or no, K-Therms. And I think that's, I can't see the number there. 38 of R4D in the third row. Alright, so that is your 3 rows, top 3 rows on this restart. It's going to be a fun one. Here we go into the restart zone. Wesley, your leader. When we go green, there's going to be no more fuel strategy in play. They are good on fuel and tires. It's just about who has the quickest car. Who is going to win stage number 1 as we got about 20 more laps to go. We've had 2 cautions early on. Alright, let's get on board with the 19 of Wesley for this restart. Here we go. Good restart by the bottom lane again. Kevin Yu still alongside Banjo. Good restart by Banjo, all things considered, on the outside lane. 22 laps to go in stage 1. Kevin Yu slides up the track. It's going to open the door for K-Therms on the bottom. It does. Here comes K-Therms a second. K-Therms making the move for second. He's back up to that spot. Can he take second over from the 99 of Kevin? On the outside run from the 99. As Wesley continues to lead over this field. He's arcing in this corner. Kevin Yu's going to send it. Can he clear the 11? He does not. Nigel gets free. Here they go on the backstretch. Little contact between the 99 and the 11 of K-Therms. Here they go into 3 and 4. So now Kevin Yu back up to second. Good move by him. Yoshi also making his way through the field. The 24 machine behind Slurp and company. Can't believe we have our guy available at the moment. Banjo up to down to 4th off this restart. Start on the first row. Fell down to 4th, but he's held on pretty manageably after restarting the top lane. That is smart by him. We also have our draft pick in the Colts. I wonder who we're drafting. I'm going to be so excited if it's the guy who I think it is. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, 19 laps to go in stage 1. We see Banjo trying to make the moves up front. Trying to get around K-Therms, but Kevin Yu is on the back bumper of the leader. He is quicker than Wesley. He is pushing him at the moment, though. Trying to pull away from this field. And I think we have low draft and damage on. That is a new thing for this league. Reminder, they used to play with no damage. I think that's going to make the drivers think a little differently. No, we had 2 cautions, but I think it'll clean them up over in the long run. I think when you have damage, you're less aggressive because you're going to ruin your own car and ruin your other opponent's car if you tap them. So I think that's going to limit their aggressiveness, in my opinion. Plus manual cautions means that you won't have stupid wrecks that aren't called caution. Because that's how the game is sometimes. Oh, Wesley gets a little free. Kevin Yu pushing him. Oh, we can see back there someone got free as well. Oh, they're in the grass a little bit. Slide job off the pace a little bit. Melodramatic and company back here. And we also have a battle for lead. Kevin Yu on the bottom lane making the pass. Here comes K-Therms. He's also looking for a move here. Wesley gets the run. He clears Kevin Yu. Can he stay alongside him? Here he comes on the inside lane. Wesley and Kevin Yu side by side for the lead. Yeah, Kevin's going to take the spots. And now it's going to be K-Therms and Wesley side by side to the lead. My stream of the draft just refreshed. I am pissed. So K-Therms clears for second. Here comes Banjo as Wesley's going to continue to drop like a fly on the outside lane. Slurp gets a little free in front of the new driver of the series, Venom. They're trying to get around Yoshi in the 24. Wesley continues to be on the outside lane. I'm going to be watching the NFL draft real quick. Let's go! Hell yeah! Tight end, baby! Let's go! Tyler Warren to the Colts! Hell yeah! 14 to go. Let's go, baby! Fuck yeah! Here they go. They're all looking underneath, running the bottom lane, being very defensive. You can see them up here. Wesley, though, keeps dropping back as he's stuck on the top lane. Top 5 are the only positions that get stage points, by the way, so that is why they're fighting so intently for that. We saw Nigel wanting to take the bottom lane away from Banjo, was not able to do it. So now it's going to be, they got to settle in as, oh, they're under the apron a little bit. You see them dueling back here, getting a little squirrely behind one another. I love having Tyler Warren now. I am so happy for my Colts. I am excited to say the least. I didn't believe he would fall to us. Alright. Alright, I see how it is. One of my family members just hit. Too bad he won't have anyone throw the ball. Screw you, bro. Screw you. He will have someone to throw the ball to. Tyler Warren, let's go, baby. I love that move. I feel like having a good tight end is going to open the door for Anthony to have more passing lanes, a better receiver. I think he needs a really good tight end. A safe spot, as we like to say. We can, the only really battle on this field at the moment is between Melo and the 67. Oh, here comes Parker sitting on the inside of the 67 of Venom. He's going to take that spot away. But up front, smooth sailing at the moment. For Kevin Yu, he's got a little bit of gap as we have 9 to go in stage 1. So far, it's been a good race for him. He's been very solid, exactly like he was at Indy before he had unfortunate stage 3. So I expect him to be really good tonight. I said earlier, Kevin has speed. It's just about execution in the final stages is where it's going to come into the most, especially in this series. K-Therms, though, having a good run for himself. The best run he's had in the series. The Slurp is in the grass. I don't know what happened to him, but he saved it luckily. Kept his momentum relatively up, all things considered. So he continues to run in 7th. Ironman, the 22 machine, making his debut for the series as a 3 wide back here. Oh, 5-car of Colk in this middle. Can he clear both Wesley and company? He does. No, Melo holds on to the bottom. No, Colk steals 2 spots. Never mind. He loses the bottom lane. Here comes Melo back to his inside. This is just within the top 10. as they're making a little con between one another. Good racing, but up front, there's another battle brewing. R4D and company. They can't, K-Therms can't keep up with Kevin Yu. He's managing the gap, but I don't think he can catch the leader. Feels like it's been that gap for a while now. And here comes Nigel with Banjo underneath him now, making the move for third. He's trying to get around Banjo in the 34 machine. Here comes the 38. If Banjo can get in line, he does not. So R4D is going to take the opportunity now to take that spot. Here comes another car behind him, trying to get the number. That's a 24 of Yoshi. Yes, that is NXT Yoshi in the 24, having a good run for himself tonight. He struggled in his starts this season as Slurp is very free. Slurp has something wrong with his car, maybe chose too loose of a setup. As you can see off the corner, his car is dying. But I'm telling you right now, the best car in this field at the moment is Kevin Yu. He is managing that gap beautifully, and they are not really catching. Under 5 laps to go, no more cautions. In stage number 1, Kevin Yu has a manageable gap. It's just about keeping your car straight. You see him get a little free there. Not what you want to see. Here comes K-Therms. Kevin Yu, get free! And there he goes to the wall! Exactly like I said. You can't get free, and he got free. His car got free, and he lost the lead. Hit the wall there. Costly mistake by him, as now he's going to be out of stage points and out of track position with damage. So now K-Therms has an opportunity to win his first stage in the series. So far, K-Therms really all season long has been under the radar as he's not had a good season. Oh, there's another car on the wall. Contact between him and Banjo. They keep it straight relatively. More contact between them. That is not a fun affair between those guys. R4D and Banjo bumping and banging inside the top 5 for some stage points. Get a lap check. It should be around 2 laps to go as Kevin Yu went from the lead to outside the top 15. Tough break for him. His car got free and he lost it. 2 laps to go in stage 1. So far now, it was a Kevin Yu show, but with that change, it's all up to K-Therms. And we saw it just there. K-Therms and Nigel Speed are your leaders. Here we come to white flag for stage number 1. Who is going to get it done? K-Therms is trying to win his first stage in Franks. We got a lap car in front of them. Hopefully it doesn't become a factor. Third back there is R4D. You see them slide up the track a little bit in that 38 machine. Make sure you keep your car straight. If you're K-Therms, just be patient on the throttle. Coming to 3 and 4 for the last time in stage number 1. We can see it here. It's not going to be enough for Nigel. We can see the lap car tapping the wall. K-Therms is going to win stage number 1 at Texas. Second is Nigel. Third, R4D. Banjo, 4th. And 5th, officially, should be Yoshi. In the 24. Those are your stage points. 6th. If you could slide up. 6th is Ironman. 7th, Big Coke. Wesley, 8th. Outsider, 9th. And then Yoshi Racing to round out your top 10. So K-Therms steals his first stage in the Franks Cup Series. I told you earlier, I think I said it on the podcast. No! Impact, this is my night. No, I'm not gonna shut up. Nimi, whatever your name is. Dot Husky for the win. I wish you the best of luck. I'm gonna root for, I don't know where Dot is at the moment. Hopefully, that is Flair Vanetti out. We're on the Flair cam tonight. You see them restarting. Here they go. The Flair cam is on board with Flair. Here we go into the restarts. Your 2 leaders, K-Therms and R4D. Nigel in 3rd. Gonna take over 2nd on the inside lane here. Can the 38 of R4D get back in line behind Banjo? Nigel nearly gets underneath K-Therms. K-Therms has to be defensive there. He had to do that. If he didn't do that, he would lose a ton of track position. So now it's going to be defensive battling for K-Therms. In the 11 machine, 22 of Ironman in the wall, slides up the track. Here they go, Outsider on the bottom. Outsider and Big Hulk alongside him, Melodramatic in the 21. As we also have them charging up to K-Therms. Outsider losing the draft of the first pack a little bit. He's leading the second pack of cars as they're going to catch up very fast as there's 2 cars in the outside lane that's going to help him out massively. R4D keeping pretty strong on the top lane, to be honest with you. It's pretty impressive so far early on in stage 2. K-Therms having to be defensive is losing him time. Oh, he slides to the track. Contact with R4D. Here comes Nigel back to the bottom. He's going to get the inside lane. Here comes Banjo and Wesley. He gets the bottom lane, drafting side by side between the top 4. Here comes the rest of the cars. Banjo slides the track. Here comes Wesley on the bottom lane. They're 3 wide for 3rd. And that allows K-Therms to get back to the bottom. Still racing competitively back here. See them up front, back here as well. Good racing throughout this field at the moment. Big Hulk stuck on the top lane alongside Ironman. He had the check up. Venom hits it to him. Kevin Yu hits into him. Kevin's going to look for the bottom. Does not find a lane there, so he falls back in line, and they're making contact ahead of them. Banjo. Oh, Banjo slides up right in front of Ironman. That's a cross that might have, when you know the driver, that might have been a wreck, but Ironman had an opportunity to check up, and he was able to do it. That was an aggressive block by the 34 there, but it worked out for him as he got back in line. That's the type of block you kind of have to do at this type of racetrack. It is a train, to say the least. That is the definition of this racetrack, as Nigel Speed took the lead for K-Therms, has been running very solidly, but the main thing we've seen from the leaders is looseness while pushing their cars to the max. Hopefully everyone's got their setups in. I think Slurp in particular was very free. He's very good on the short run, but you'll see later on during this run that his car would get very free if he didn't make any adjustments to that car. Nigel leads over this 20 car man field. So we're gonna see who can get it done in stage number 2. Where do you crank it up? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Crank It Up session. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That is basically so I can not talk and rest my voice. I will do that maybe once or twice tonight, just in case. Alright, so now we're going to get into this. We saw a few changes, some people using the outside lane. Slurp, though, is moving. He's up to 4th. Like I said earlier, he's really good on the short run. Let's see if he made some adjustments to that machine, as Venom is on the inside of Outsider, who's also having a good run for himself in the number 8 machine. This is your last points paying position in stage number 2. It's 5th place. You get some stage points. R4D, though, is not going to let him have it. So Venom's going to have to make a move. He's flying at the moment. He's going to slap the track, maybe open the door for R4D. But Outsider's stuck on the top lane in an unfortunate position there. So far, it's been a very friendly stage 2, I would like to add. Very friendly. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Up front, contact! Wesley got free! Oh no, Venom nearly cleared him, but they save it. Good save by Wesley there. Beautiful save by him. He keeps it straight, but he's going to drop back all the way back to the rear of the field. Unfortunate for him, but instead of a big one, he saves it. Slurp also looking for moves. He's forcing K-Therms to block. K-Therms running the bottom of the track. He slides up the track. Here comes Slurp looking for the inside. He might get it. He's going to be super tight. He does not. So K-Therms is continuing to run in second, right behind Nigel now, as we see Wesley and the 21 of Mello stuck on the outside lane. Ironman also getting pushed up the track a little bit. Wesley gets back in line right in front of Yoshi. Big Colt gets moved by Wesley a little bit. Little ambitious. Here comes Venom up for second as well. Oh, they get a little free. Outsider keeps it straight. And around he goes. Collects no one else. No one else around. No caution. He went around with no one else involved. And now Venom is up to second. Oh, there they go. Contact with Banjo on the wall. He turns right and collects the field. What the hell was that? That just killed the field there. I don't know if he turned right, but that looked... I don't know. And that's going to be our third caution of the night. I don't know. That did not look good. They were having such a good run. I don't know what what happened to Banjo, but he hooked to a right, and that after he got walled, got loose, then hooked a right, and the field died. Either lost it, and the car hooked around, and then just killed the field behind him. So now it's gonna be two guys that Nigel's been really good this season. I will state, Nigel Speed in the 45 machine has been up front throughout the season at periods. I feel like he's been a really good driver, has been consistent. Whereas Venom's a new driver. K-Therms has not won this season either. None of these, I think Fourth has won. I think Mello or R4D, yes, he's won this season. Kevin Yu hasn't won this season. Nigel hasn't won this season. Of course, Venom hasn't won this season. He's a newcomer. And then third place, K-Therms has struggled. He's been in a struggle bus for Franks. He hasn't really got the finishes he's wanted. I feel like he has speed. He's just been really assertive. And I feel like tonight, he's finally showing what he can do, as Nigel should win the race off pit road unless we have some strategy. R4D jumps everyone. His pit crew saves him. He jumps up to second. Alright, there is Nigel Speed. So they're gonna do choose presumably this time by. We're gonna see if we can get it done. Oh, they're stopping on the track. I think that's R4D. He had to do something real quick. Ironman going down a pit road, pitting on shoes. Let's see if he took some fuel, I'm guessing. So he's doing some fuel strategy, something. Oh yeah, by the way, fuel run is 31. it's about 30 to 32 laps actually, realistically on fuel here at Texas. So I'm gonna look for the lap count when we go green. But based on Ironman pitting there, it might be close on fuel. I'm unsure of that. I need to double check if possible, but it should be pretty tight on fuel. But your front runners are gonna be Nigel Speed and Venom. Venom choosing the outside lane, I actually think will hurt him. I think choosing the bottom lane is the key position you want to have, especially when you're controlling the restart. You're not controlling the restart. He's gonna struggle here. K-Therms went alongside with him, but R4D chose to be safe and chose the bottom lane to be on the second row. Good choice by him. Kevin Yu behind him, Slurp behind him as well. So let's go into the Geico restart zone. Let's see who's gonna lead us to green again. Will we have another caution in stage number 2? As we have 32 laps to go. It is just on the edge of the fuel cycle, so now I know why Ironman went down to top himself off on fuel. He's gonna try to save it unless we have a caution. Here we go. We can already see them blocking down to the apron. Slurp being aggressive. Slurp being aggressive. He's gonna have to do that to make moves. Yoshi on the inside of the 2 of Savage, stuck on the top lane now. Oh, contact between them. Mellow up the track. In between 3 wide. Bush, Savage, and Melodramatic. They clear him. There's still 3 wide between the guys outside the top 10. Single file 1 through 8. R4D though, like I said earlier, was able to capitalize on that. He's up to second. Where's the 67? Where is he? Venom has fallen outside the top 5. So like I said earlier, you want to be on the bottom. Yoshi up the track. Same with K-Therms. K-Therms trying to get back to the bottom lane. He's a little wiggly, little laggy. He's lagging. Oh no. They're fine. A little lag by the 11 car. It keeps it all straight. Everyone keeps it straight behind him. Yoshi gets moved up the track a little bit as he's out of line. So that's going to allow the car to be below him. That spot that's outsider in the 8 machine. He's trying to get around him. Here comes Slide Job trying to make moves. Outsider slides to the track. Yoshi on his outside. Can he clear him? He does. Yoshi gets in front of him. Savage gets stuck behind the 8 car of outsider who had to check up. In the grass a little bit for the 2 car. Up front though, they are wheeling on the apron type lane. These guys are not going to be on gun on fuel if they continue to push like this. At least up front, Nigel has to block it. Here comes R4D. He gets the bottom lane on the inside of the 45 of Nigel. Side by side for the lead. Contact, that's going to be bad on the exit. They keep it straight. Good maneuvers by them. 38 had the check up. R4D. Nigel gets back in front of him. So Nigel back up to the lead. R4D in second. Here comes the 95 of Slurp. Been working his way through the field after having an incident in stage number 1. Slide up the track, Kevin Yu. He made contact with someone else. I don't know. He got moved up the track. Cost him a ton of time. I think he got back in line, luckily for him. Where's Kevin? No, Kevin did not get back in line. He fell from the top 5 outside the top 10. So tough break for him. We have the flare of a cam. We can see already 67 making moves on the 24 of Yoshi, trying to get around him. Savage is also going to look to the inside. Contact between him and Yoshi. Yoshi's going to have to sold it. He gets in front of Savage. Contact. He's going to be holding that bottom lane tough. He gets a little free. Oh, Savage! Slide. They save it. K-Therms and Wesley battling for 4th. They're losing the top 3's draft. Top 3, if they work together, they can pull away more. But again, R4D is trying to get around Nigel. If these top 3 just work together, they'd be able to pull away. That's what I would do. Just settle down. There's no reason for you guys to fight now. Nigel is filling behind him. As soon as I talk about that, Slurp gets a run. Can he fill in? Yes, Nigel lets him go. Alright, arc it in, boys. You should be able to pull away. Back in this pack, though, we have some cars making moves. Venom is being aggressive, getting around Colt. Trying to get around him at least. Maybe a little contact. He slides to the track. Slide gets a little free. Here comes Kevin Yu to his bottom. And a reminder, the top 5 are the only people that get stage points. Savage is in one of those spots in 5th. As soon as I talk about that, Yoshi had the check up. They checked the whole field behind him. Bad block by Venom. Kevin Yu saves it. He gets a little free though. Click 7, a little bit audacious there. Iron Man is in the fuel saving strategy, by the way. He's going to be the one to watch. Can he put some cars a lap down as they have to pit? If this goes green. I don't think it will go green, but if it went green, Iron Man would be in the catbird seat as the top 3 are now under a blanket working together. .22 laps to go at the 22 laps to go, 21 at this line this time by. 60 of Tinks in the grass. Oh! Savage around! No, he's just lagging. He's fine. K-Therm's out! K-Therms is out. He was lagging a little bit earlier, but after winning stage 1, K-Therms is out of this event. We also saw another guy in pit road. Banjo down pit road. He's actually pitting. He didn't lag out. Top 3 are still under a blanket. Venom and Slide Job battling back here. 3 wide. Here comes the 5 of Colt, making some moves. He hits the apron. Here comes Wesley to get all free. They keep it straight. Someone's around nearly. How did he save that? I think that was Mello. Mello saved it there, I'm pretty sure. As Wesley, our first of the leaders to come down pit road. Now the question is, does Iron Man, does he have enough fuel to make it? He's going to put a lot of people a lap down if it comes down to it. So I think pitting earlier is probably the key here. You want to gain as much time as you can throughout this stage, especially by pitting early. Stein, so far it's been fairly clean. We've had 3 cautions in stage 1, 1 caution this stage, but that's been it. They're having green flag pit stops finally in stage 2, so it's starting to improve. R4D though is going to pit this time by. And we're also going to have some pit strategy if it goes green all the way. Iron Man pitted on Choose. Fuel runs 30 to 32, and he pitted on Choose, and it went green with 32 laps to go. So fuel's going to be a factor, and all the leaders have been pushing. So they're not good on fuel. They have to pit. I'm wondering about Iron Man. Can he make it on fuel? That is the key question that we have for the remainder of this stage. We also won't have a valid lap check until the fuel cycle runs out. And if Iron Man doesn't pit, it's going to be 1 lap ahead of all the leaders. Nigel to pit road. So he decides to come down this time by. We also got the 47 of Bush also to pit road. Tinks Puddin in the 60 machine. K-Therms won stage 1, sadly lagged out in stage 2, so unfortunate for him. Was having one of his best runs of the season so far early on. Is going to end in disappointment for the 11 team. Slurp to pit road. The last of your leaders. Yoshi joins them. Good pit road entry by all these drivers so far. I have not seen an issue yet. I'm pretty sure Slide Job is your leader. I'm unsure of that. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he's your new leader as of this moment. Slurp is out of pit road. He's going to get lapped. by the lead pack. Yeah, Slide Job is your leader at the moment. Melodramatic working with Savage in the 2 car. Parker in the 1 machine has had a struggle bus tonight as well. Here comes Savage and Mello. Top 3 have pitted R4D and company. They're separated now. R4D is behind. He's behind Slurp. So Slurp may have been R4D, may have beat him out, but we'll see. Venom in 3rd at the moment. God damn English. He is 3rd at the moment as the fuel cycle has not cycled out, so he is currently running behind Slide Job. And I'm trying to get the number there. There's a car of Outsider. They have not pitted. As we see a car coming up them quickly. That is a car on fresher tires. He's flying at the moment, you can see, compared to these cars without the freshies. On the top lane he goes. Gonna unlap himself here. That is a 60 car of Tinks and the number 60 machine just flying by. Keep it clean. You got this, Tinks. Yep, he just gets by them cleanly. Good execution by him as he unlaps himself there. So now it's going to be all about fuel strategy. Yes, Slurp did beat everyone out of pit road. Of the guys who pitted so far, he beat out R4D, he beat out Yoshi, and he beat out Wesley, who was alongside him. And he pitted the latest, by the way. He may have took it. No, he took 4 tires. Okay. They're coming down pit road this time. At least one of the guys in front of the leaders. Or presumably, not the leaders, but the guys who pitted. That is the 5 of Colt. He just went pit road this time by. Still out on track. Is Slide Job and company. Slide should be your current leader as of this moment. See Slurp over here. And the 95 machine. The more time you stay out, the more time you're going to lose. 10 laps to go in stage number 1. 2! I just saw that! We just saw that! Someone around on the backstretch. I don't think he collected anyone, luckily. But R4D is making the move on Wesley here. This is for position. R4D gets around him. He's pushing Melodramatic through. We might have more cars that can make it on fuel. Where is the 22 of Iron Man? There he is. 9 laps to go in stage number 2. So Slurp gets around Iron Man. This might be for a lead lap or just getting his lap back. Slide might have this stage under lock if he can make it on fuel. So fuel strategy is becoming a factor in this event, and I'm all for it. I love some fuel strategy, some green flag pit stops as we like to call them. You love to see it. I want to see the lap count. We see Parker slow up. He's on a little bit older tires, just trying to hang on. Wesley now being challenged by Kevin. Venom slow, off the pace. Has a little bit of damage. Here comes Slurp. Gonna try to work his way around him. Oh! Oh my god, what did I just see on my screen? Slurp gets a little damage. I don't know what just happened, but here comes Iron Man. I look away for 1 second, I see Slurp in the wall. Venom in the apron. There he goes, slides up the track as we have under 5 laps to go in stage 2. Iron Man into the wall again. They're coming to pit road. Venom to pit road. Zerb gets around him again. We have pit stops coming within the last 5 laps of this stage. Okay, Therms, you can see them coming to pit road. Season 7. Slide to pit road. That was your leader. Slide job to pit road. Your new leader. Who is it gonna be? 4 laps to go. I don't know if our leader at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's not Iron Man, as he is in the 22 machine. He has a custom car. We'll get an update on the leader. Outsider was your leader. He comes to pit road. He's to pit road. The 22 of Iron Man is your new leader at Texas. 2 laps to go. Iron Man, like I said earlier, was going to try the strategy, and it's going to work out for him. As we're going to be coming to white flag in stage 2. If you can't get your lap back here, you're going to be in a costly situation as Yoshi and Wesley are battling for the free pass. Yoshi gets it at the moment. White flag in the air for stage number 2. Is Iron Man going to lap another car coming out of pit road this time by? The A-car outsider goes a lap down. That's going to be key spot as we're on white flag this time by. Yoshi's going to get around him. Yoshi's your free pass. Coming to 3 and 4 for the last time in stage number 2. Iron Man does it again. I knew it when he topped it off on fuel. He's going to win stage number 2. His first race in the series. He wins the stage. I knew it when he topped it off. When he topped off on fuel, I'm like, this is going to be tight. And he did it again. Iron Man, Kevin, Yoshi, Savage, and Mel, your top 5. Good run by Savage. He's able to save fuel now, capitalized on that, and was able to get a top 5. Some stage points for him. This last stage is going to be interesting. You can make 32 laps. This stage is 65. If they can do one more lap than 32, they could make it on fuel if it goes all the way green. Alright, gentlemen. I'm getting some water. And congrats to Iron Man. First start, first stage win in Franks. Alright. So now Iron Man's going to be a factor in stage 3. Got the track position that he needs. Here we go for the restart. This stage is 65 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. We are green flag for stage number 3. Kevin Yu gets back in line. It's only 61, by the way, so fuel is not an issue. For at least, yeah, it's not an issue for the stage, so they can push. It's one stop no matter what. You might have to save a little bit in one run, but they're good on fuel. Just gotta save one lap, and then you're completely fair on fuel. As we see the 22 up the track, here comes Kevin Yu on the bottom lane. He's going to make that move for the lead. Now we have the 98 of Slide becoming a factor later on in the show in 3rd. Wesley is dropping like a fly. We'll see back there. He's on the outside lane. You can see him in the background. As Slide's going to take over second as Iron Man is stuck on the top lane. Unfortunate for him. Here comes Parker in the 1 machine. He's been very quiet tonight. Hasn't been really a factor. Could he win this race? I picked him earlier tonight to win because of the bracket and some other factors. If he gets it done, I'll be happy. Okay, I should probably go over the brackets for anyone who's interested. Alright, so the bracket for this series that's going on at the moment. Okay, not that one. Joey R4D. Where's R4D at the moment? Where is R4D? Here's R4D inside the top 5. He is going against... He is going against the 5 of Kulk, who sits currently just outside the top 10. Not too far off, but he's got to gain some positions as he's losing to R4D. And then we got Parker Yoshi Racing, capitalizing later in the show against the 19, who we saw earlier in the 19. He is in the back of the field at the moment, as we got Meyer going to pit road. Moyer coming to pit road. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, Wesley's got some track position to gain. Him and the 5 of Kulk need a good run tonight to advance in the bracket. So they got to do better throughout the stage. We're going to see if it can work out for them. But they got to work on it. But up front, though, there's going to be a change soon as Slurp is all over. Now, apologies. The 99 is getting bumped by the 98 of Slide Job as he's all over his back bumper heading into turn 1. There's neck and neck. The top 5 is exactly what I suspected. Bottom lane feeder type of racetrack. Mistakes are going to be the really only way to pass people unless you intentionally move someone up the track, as Kevin Yu almost lost the bottom there. Slurp sits in 5th. 4th, apologies. R4D in 5th. As we see again, Ironman lost the bottom to Nigel. He's going to drop back to 7th. If he can't get back in line, he'll drop back to outside the top 10. Here comes Slide to the bottom of Kevin. Kevin up the track. Here comes Slide Job. The one of Parker also behind him. So a change for the lead. Slide Job to the lead for the first time tonight. Also in his debut race alongside Ironman. Texas is a debut race for all the newcomers. We've also had K-Therms, who sadly lagged out, won his first stage in the series as well. So a lot of new faces showing out tonight. Sadly, he will not be able to finish the show as he lagged out early and on in stage 2, which is unfortunate. Slurp sitting in 3rd, just looking for an opportunity, a way to make hay, as we like to say. And also, we can see Kevin Yu got stuck on the top lanes, dropping like a fly alongside Ironman. It's a tough break for him, as Melodramatic is also putting his nose into the fight inside the top 10, getting around those 2. Right behind Banjo in the 34, who also was involved in an incident in stage number 1. I think it was 2 or 3. Finally making his way to the field. Got his car under him. That's exactly what you need throughout this race. Make adjustments. Make sure your car's good. Trust me, I've dealt with issues with this track. I hate 3 and 4 with a passion. Oh, as Mel moves up to 34, hit the check up there. He's going to lose 34, massive time. Banjo, he keeps it straight though. Little bit better car control there. Good save by Banjo. Unfortunately for him, he's going to drop back to the rear of the field. But there's time to make it up. That's the essential part of this equation. As we see Parker out of line. Nearly got out of line there. Slurp was looking. But they're trying to work their way around Slide Job on the inside lane. See them 3 wide, nearly back in the back of the field behind Ironman the 22. As the top 5 are under a blanket. 6th on back though, starting to lose them. If they don't get settled out, they will lose the top 5, and this could be a 5-man horse race, as we like to say. Alright, so now we're dwindling our laps down. Fuel should not be a factor. I think with the checkups, they're going to naturally save a few laps as we have 50. Is that 50? I'll get a double check on the lap counter next time by. Slurp up the track a little bit. Here comes Nigel in the 45. He got underneath him. That's going to be a spot for 3rd. Oh, contact. Slurp got a little free. Nigel in the grass. He keeps it straight, and here comes R4D to take the spot. That's going to leave the top 5 to be caught by 6th. That's exactly what Ironman needed, and the top 5 are now caught because of the mistake by Nigel and Slurp. So now Metal's back into the fight. Savage and the 2 cars back into this fight, and as well as the 34 who just got moved up the track by the 19 of Wesley. Got a line there, unfortunate for him. But now the top 3 are now pulling away a little bit, as they're neck and neck pushing one another. Yoshi Racing, R4D, and Slide Job, your top 3. 4th is Nigel, and 5th is Slurp in the 95. Wins don't guarantee you into the playoffs for this series, as it's based off of points, kind of like the FAR system, as we like to say. You got to point your way in. You got to have enough starts, if I'm pretty sure, and it's about consistency, not getting a one-off win. So you got to be really consistent and make the playoffs in the series. Top 10 only, which it's tough. Got a lot of good drivers. A guy like Stein, who's missing tonight, could just pop off at the end of the season and potentially win a few races. So I wouldn't be so unsure of that. So sure of the top 10 not changing. I think it's going to be changed throughout the season. It's going to be fun to watch the bubble line, as we have 46 to go in this event. Fuel run is at 15 in my in-car. So if we do the math, that hits them with 31 laps to go. So they are right on the cycle that they need to be. Maybe save a lap and a half. If you're the 19, half throttle that thing. Do not burn any more fuel that you need to. You aren't really battling right now. You're really just trying to catch up to the lead back. So just be patient. Don't be over aggressive on the throttle. Half throttle that thing. You should be fine. But you don't want to lose the main pack strap. That is the key there. So a fuel run's going to pit them with 31 laps to go, and I think you have to go all the way if you want to make it on fuel. Currently, though, it's single file racing, and with that, I would like to do a crank it up. As soon as I talk about that, Savage in the grass. Oh no, Savage around. He saves it. Unfortunate for Savage. Was having such a good run in the 2 machine. And that's going to pretty much end his night unless we have a caution. Luckily, I don't think he has damage, so he saved it relatively calmly. You're right in front of Banjo. But yeah, like I was saying, we're going to do a crank it up, and I'll see you guys in about 3 laps. Thank you guys for the crank it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But as you guys can see, Yoshi Racing is trying to get to the back bumper, that 98. He's trying to get alongside him. You can see on the front stretch, the 98 goes high and then arcs in. So that's an opportunity for potentially Yoshi to get underneath him if he continues to do that. He might shorten up his entry or his exit of the corner, but here comes Yoshi looking for a move in the number 1 machine. So far, we have 39 to go. So fuel run is about to end in about 8. We're gonna have pit stops in about 8 to 9 laps. What do I expect? 4 tires and fuel. No exceptions. You can't take 2 tires here. Especially with this wear and especially how this track runs. You want freshies. You have a 30 lap run to the end. Of course, early pit stop. I don't agree with that, Wesley. Is he doing a 2-stopper? That's gonna screw up my, yeah, he might be doing a 2-stopper, which is surprising. So my point of view might be cooked, as we like to say. I am not gonna have someone, a 67, also joining him. So he's doing a 2-stopper, Wesley that is. So he's gonna try to gain time here on the short run in both of these runs, pit, and then try to jump everyone while also gaining time that way. We'll see if that works out for him. But unfortunately for us, he is our in-car view, so we will be a few laps down when we cycle this back around. I apologize. So we'll get the lap check whenever we can. I don't know how many laps he'll be down, but it'll be fun to see if that strategy works out for Wesley. Parker, though, just sits in second, just biding his time, as we like to say, around this 1.5 mile type of racetrack. Oh, here it comes! That was a mistake by the 98 of... He made a mistake, left the bottom open for the 1 car of Yoshi. So Slide Job's gonna slide up the track, just like his name, is gonna fall back to 3rd. Top 5 are still under a blanket. Here comes Nigel and Slurp back into this fight. Cars coming out of pit road. That's a 67 of Venom. Outsider. Oh, they're gonna get held up by him. But they might be able to use this draft to catch up to the top 5. That could be a factor and maybe a hookup for them. So that could help them in the long run here. Wesley trying that strategy, though, might help out his bracket competitor. Actually, he's trying that because his bracket competitor is currently in 2nd. That's Parker. And he wasn't gaining any track position. Actually, your leader is Parker. R4D, though, is trying to take that lead. Parker now stuck on the top lane. He's going to be stuck in the top lane for a lap and a half. Here comes the 38 of R4D, trying to take the lead like he did last week. He's been in the lead a ton. Here comes the 67. The lap car is going to slide up to 38. But he gets there through there smoothly. Oh, there goes Slide in the wall. Slurp in the grass. He keeps it straight. Oh, that's unfortunate for Slide, as he was having such a good run. I think there was a little contact. It wasn't intentional. Just unfortunate for him. It's going to send him to the rear unless we have a caution. Some damage on his car, presumably. We'll try to get a lap check. It's going to be hard with our in-car camera pitting twice because he did a unique strategy. R4D to pit road. First of our leaders. Slide, unfortunately, was involved in just a little hiccup just a minute ago, so his race would be presumably over unless we have a caution. Got a little damage as Yoshi is declaring pit road entry. Luckily for Slide, he didn't lose too much time as Kevin Yu got trapped in the top lane. He's going to be slow. He may be out of gas. Oh, contact! 21 in the 8. They keep it straight. We may have seen a few guys run out of gas entering pit road there, so they ran it empty in that run. They ran it on E. Wesley getting some track position here, trying to gain as much time as he can under yellow or under green flag conditions. He pitted super early there to jump some guys on their strategy. Yoshi Racing was your leader coming into pit road. Is your leader exiting? He should be. Nigel gonna get alongside him. Good game for Nigel. He's gonna be on the back bumper of the one. Oh no, Wesley is cooked. No, Wesley jumps Yoshi and company, but he has to pit again. He should be jumping them. He's got 22 laps of fuel, but he's not good on fuel. That is the key component in this factor. He does have to pit again, but he does jump Yoshi and company. 29 to go. It should be R4D back to the lead. Yeah, R4D is your leader. 28 laps to go now. Apologies. Wesley just pitted super early, and it didn't benefit for him, unfortunately. He might go multiple laps down in this race, to end this event. Unfortunate for him, as he's had a solid run all night long, but had to try something. I don't think it'll work out for him, but we'll see. Kevin Yu, outsider, and then we got Sly Drop in the 98, who was involved in a little collision. As outsider checks up, here comes Kevin and Slide to his inside. They're gonna make that move. Banjo gets around Ironman. R4D though is your new leader. Parker down the third. Second is the 45 of Nigel, who's had a great run all race long. Been very quiet. He's been doing this all season long. He has been the one guy I've looked at. He's had speed at majority of the tracks. He just hasn't got that win. And I feel like if he gets it done tonight, we could officially put him in to the championship fight. He's very consistent, very good at these drafting type style racetracks. Atlanta in particular, he was really good at. I feel like last week Indy, I don't know where he finished. I'll double check that real quick. Was a bad week for him. I think he had some speed though. Yeah, Nigel finished outside the top 10. He finished 13th, so Indy was rough for him. But I feel like tonight is his night if he can get back up to R4D, who, by the way, has been he's had a lot of good weeks. Darlington, he got robbed. Indianapolis, not really robbed, as I think he had a good car, and I think the cautions did affect him, but I think not the best car that won. Yes, I think one of the best cars won. Wesley was able to get it done. I think Slurp had the better car, but Wesley had the strategy and was able to hold on. He got through the field quicker, and that was one of the keys for that event at the end there. Overall, though, I think this week, if Nigel can get back there, Parker can get back there, I know R4D is hungry for a win. He hasn't won in so long because he's been snake bitten the last few weeks, which is unfortunate for him. As we got some lap traffic being a factor, he pushes R4D at the track. Here comes the Nigel 45 machine. Don't look now. Slurp's also going to be a factor. There's the 19 falling back in line. So R4D, Nigel, and Parker all under a blanket, your top three. Slurp also trying to get back up there. He's going to have help with the 19 being his draft partner. 23 laps to go in this event. 22, my apologies. 22 laps to go in this race. Here comes the 45 of Nigel to the bottom lane. He's going to make the move for the lead. Here comes Nigel. 22 laps to go, 21 at the line. Can you help me keep track? Stein, my point of view is going to be lap down. 21 to go. Nigel, Parker now up to second. Nigel, your leader. 21 to go. Nigel has had speed all night long, has been pretty much in third in the top 5, has really good speed. Here comes Parker. Immediately taking the bottom. He's going to try to take the lead again. Side by side for the lead. Oh, to the wall they go. Wall contact between Parker and Nigel. That's going to hurt Nigel's chances. 20 laps to go. I don't know what happened between him and Parker, but Parker slipped the track a little bit, walled Nigel, and that's unfortunate, but he still has the draft of Slurp, who's now also going to be a factor in this fight. So now, Parker Yoshi Racing is your leader. Been a great race for him so far. 19 to go. They're just trying to hang on to their machinery. We can already see R4D looking for moves. Slurp is also really fast at the moment. Did he adjust his car? Remember earlier in this event, he got very free on the long run and lost it in stage 1. He was in contention to win that stage, but now he's back up for the win. Can he get it done? Unlike last week, where he was just a centimeter off of winning Indianapolis. So close, just a little bit more side draft and a little bit longer straightaway, and he would have won that race. He's trying to get redemption, whereas Parker, who has been a little bit of a struggle as of late. I think Indianapolis, I think he got a top 10, but it was a struggle race for him. He hasn't been really the dominant driver that we come to expect in this series. It's been a little chaotic the last few weeks, but tonight is his night. He's been really good. I think he won a stage earlier tonight. No, that was Ironman actually in K-Therm, so he did not win a stage. But in stage 3, it's been his stage so far, and it's been a great showing for him in that one machine. But the 95 of Slurp is trying to prove himself again. He's had speed the last 3 weeks. They called him, I think what you guys used to call him is a speed demon if he actually tried. So now he's actually trying, and we can see it the last few weeks. He's shown speed in the 95. R4D in a little bit mowing the grass there, as we like to say. 16 to go. Oh, Slurp hit the apron. There he goes with the track. That's going to open the door for R4D and Nigel. That opens the door for those two. Unfortunate for Slurp, but he falls back in front of Nigel, so he's only down to 3rd. We're going to get a lap check next time by. It should be 16 to go. Trying to keep track of it just so I don't lose it, because I have to keep +1 lap on my in-car. 15 to go. Okay. We're under 15 laps in this race. Top 5, top 3 are under a blanket. Top 4 are under a blanket, I would say. Oh, Slurp up the track, gonna get a run. Oh, there goes! There goes! Who's that? That's Nigel! He's around! There goes Nigel's race! He's done for! Nigel was having such a good run, the damage finally got to him and he loses it. But here comes R4D. To the bottom he goes of the one of Parker. He's gonna try to take the lead here. He is side by side for the lead. Exiting 3 and 4. Parker on the outside. R4D on the bottom. Here comes the 95 of Slurp. 13 laps to go at Texas. Been a great showing for these 3 all night long. Unfortunate for Nigel. Where is Nigel at the moment? Yoshi and company. Yeah, there's Nigel. Unfortunate for him. Someone in the wall. Oh, they're wrecking. That's going to be a caution. They just wrecked. And that's going to be our caution in stage 3. That's going to reset the field. You can see them slowed up. Oh my god, Nigel on the track. That's going to be a huge caution for the end of this event. Will they call it? Oh, 38 of R4D blocked into the apron. We can see Parker arcing his corner in. He's going to get the run off the corner, presumably here. He's going to get the back bumper to Slurp. R4D is going to win the race back if caution is called this time by. This is going to shake up the race. No caution. No caution is called. That was a 3-car incident, I'm pretty sure. We'll get a lap check next time by. This time by. As R4D, Slurp, and Parker still your 1, 2, 3 of this race. 10 laps to go. We're under 10 laps now in the show. Can they keep it green? R4D trying to get a second win on the season. Reminder, he won Daytona, but it's been a long time coming. He's been so close the last 3 to 4 weeks. It's been snake bitten from him. Slurp also feels the same way. Last week at Indy, he had a really good car, but lost it at the end there to Wesley, who won back-to-back races. By the way, he won Darlington and he won Indianapolis, but was not able to get it done potentially tonight, as he's going to be trapped a lap down with under 9 laps to go. Coming to 8 at the line. You can see them back there drafting with the 98 of Slide. 1, 2, 3. Still under a blanket. Slide job is catching. 8 laps to go. R4D. 95 of Slurp. Let's go on board with Slurp for the last few laps as we're coming to 7. What does the 95 have to do to take that spot? What is he willing to do? 7 to go. He's going to have to do a lot, as he's going to have to work quick, as well as the one car of Parker is not too far off, literally on his back bumper there. R4D being very defensive. That is Joey, aka R4D there. Coming to 6 to go. Kevin Yu and the 95 or 98 of Slide are also working together. 6 laps to go. They're neck and neck for the race lead. It's been a fun one at Texas, really. Again, blocking to the bottom. He has to do that, as we're going to enter under 5 laps to go. No more cautions. You have to block that low. It's the only really thing R4D can do. He hopes and prays that it doesn't get him killed. 5 laps to go. No more cautions. Here comes Parker going through the grass. Slurp is on the back bumper of the 38 of R4D. Parker up the track. He's going to keep that run off, though. They're going to have to manipulate and work together to get this run on the 38. If they don't work together, it's going to be over for these guys. 4 laps to go. You know R4D is going to block on the apron, so arc in your corners. And we might have some lap traffic being a factor as Busch is ahead of them. 4 laps to go. Oh, Slurp hit the apron as well as Yoshi Racing. Parker hit the apron as well. Slurp's car might be getting a little free. You got to make sure that we watch R4D as well. This track is unpredictable if you get to the outside lane on exit. You can see him getting a little free. Here comes Yoshi, or my apologies, Slurp and Yoshi with the run again. Entering 1 and 2. Is it going to be enough? They're still in clean air. I don't think lap traffic is going to be a factor as we're coming to 2 laps to go at Texas. Been a fun one in the Lone Star State. Been a very fairly clean one. We've had a few cautions, of course, as usual, but overall it's been a solid race. 2 laps to go from the Lone Star State. Slurp has not been able to make a move, as R4D has been very defensive, but it's been good driving between the top 3. It's a train type racetrack, and it's just being a train at the moment. Are we going to see contact on the final lap here? We're going to have to see it. There's going to be one last opportunity for Slurp and Parker to make a move. Parker in the wall. That's going to eliminate him. White flag is in the air from Texas for the Frank Cup Series. R4D and Slurp have been neck and neck throughout the season. They have been unlucky and have not won since Daytona for R4D, and Slurp has not won this season. Here we go, in the last time in 3 and 4 on the backstretch. Tink's put in front of the leaders. Is it going to be enough? Slurp's going to try to get the run again. It's not going to be enough. R4D, Slurp in the wall. That's going to be it for his race. R4D wins it at Texas. Slurp second, Parker third. Congrats to R4D. on winning his second race of the season. He finally gets himself a trophy again. Slurp, again, another heartbreak, finishes second. Another heartbreak for Slurp. He's been so consistent, but R4D finally gets what he's been deserved. The last 3 weeks has been snake bitten by bad luck. Alright, we'll get the top 3 in here real quick. We'll also get the league owner in here real quick to give his thoughts on the racing. R4D gets his second win of the season. Congrats to him. Slurp definitely made it interesting again, but it's not much you can really do. Especially when he's just driving perfectly. Fastest lap of tonight's event was Kevin Yu, 29.410. Good lap by him. We gotta get the winner in here. Hey guys. Alright. Make sure you guys include your audio real quick. I'm resetting it. There you go. You guys there? Is R4D available? Or
He should be.
top 3, if you guys can invite him. I'm also trying to get the league owner in here real quick to give his thoughts on the racing. Hey Mello, can you help me out get R4D in here real quick as well? I'm trying to get him in. Alright.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. Alright. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys include your audio. We'll do audio check real quick. Can you talk real quick? Yoshi, make sure to include your audio real quick. Can you talk real quick for the stream?
You got me.
Alright, it's good. Alright, Yoshi. Overall, a solid night for you. Top 3 finish. Give me your thoughts on Texas as a whole, as we had manual cautions tonight. It was a little different, a smaller field. What were your thoughts on the racing tonight, especially for a track like this where it's single file? Basically, I think it's training.
Well, it definitely was a lot better, racing product wise compared to the last few couple weeks. I'm pretty happy with it. The first stage kind of sucked. I got trained and got stuck back there, and unfortunately got caught up in a lot of incidents and some questionable incidents as well. So it is what it is. We kind of had sucky stage 1. We were able to recover in stage 2 with a little bit of field strategy, and it really put us in a great position for the last stage. And it was fun racing up there. Just didn't quite have the car to be able to hold on to the lead. I tried as hard as I could to stay in the lead, but eventually they were able to get a run, and I couldn't block the whole time. So we'll take a third and move on the bracket. We'll race for $100 tomorrow.
Oh yeah, congrats on that. With this top 3, you did beat your competitor. I think it was it
Wesley.
Wesley?
Yep.
Yes, unfortunate for him, he tried a strategy and it did not work out for him as he got basically trapped a lap down in half. So I wish you the best of luck going forward, Yoshi. Congrats on making the final round of the bracket.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know why James said it was Wesley, but I beat him. So, yeah. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on to our second place finisher. Make sure you include your audio. Again, Slurp. Second place. Right now you're on a hot streak, but it's not the streak you want. Two back-to-back second place finishes, but you're getting closer and closer every week. When is the win coming, man?
I don't know. I was hoping it would come tonight, but it's just really hard to pass here, and especially on low draft. But the only way I was passing Joe if I moved him or he got really loose off the corner, but that didn't happen. But we struggled a bit in the first two stages, but we climbed back in the third stage, and overall pretty good race. I'm happy with the P2.
Yeah, I would say Slurp. The last few weeks, you have been probably the hottest driver besides, of course, Wesley, of who unfortunately had a bad week this week. You've been really hot. Two back-to-back second place finishes. So, what is your thought going forward as you currently probably after tonight you'll probably sit probably you won't sit top five in the points, but you may jump someone. What are your thoughts going forward for the rest of the season?
I'm starting to feel better about the season. The races have been a little, well, this race was a lot less chaotic than the past two at least, but unfortunately I'm most likely going to be missing tomorrow, but so that'll be a setback, but after that I feel pretty good about the rest of the season.
Gotcha. Well, Slurp, it was a pleasure watching you tonight. I wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna talk to someone who is should be in a good mood. R4D, finally you got it done. No cautions, no stupid stage breaks that ruin your race. No 8 cautions in a row where you have to restart and continue to be from the lead and then lose it into heartbreak. This time it went green, R4D, and you got it done. Give me your thoughts at the end there, just hanging on to the lead and just running the bottom lane at a track like Texas.
Um, well, first, thank you to Slurp for not killing me. He
Good
tried, but
boy.
we
No, I
didn't we didn't
didn't.
let it happen. And Parker, he's a good racer and he raced me clean, so thank you to Parker. But I actually pit earlier than both of them, so I low-key thought I was cooked, but I think they probably just ran looser, or yeah, looser setups, and I was able to pull away on the longer run.
Gotcha. Well, either way, R4D. I mean, you finally called a good break, second win of the season. So, what are your thoughts on that going forward throughout the regular season?
Well, that is my 7th straight top 5, so I'm cooking. There's no one stopping me. No one's stopping me.
Good.
No one's stopping me. So yeah, on the bet.
Well, yeah. Well, you also got an opportunity, Joey, to win $100 against your fellow competitor in this party. So, what are some words that you're gonna send to a guy like Yoshi for next week
Well,
or tomorrow? My apologies for
he's gonna
tomorrow.
be racing no one because I will not be there tomorrow.
Well, well,
Congrats on your 100.
congrats, Parker. You just earned $100, free real estate, as we like to say.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
But
Well,
better
you
be
guys heard it
thanking me.
here first. Well, our bracket, unfortunately, one of our bracket competitors will be not making it tomorrow, but R4D, you did it tonight, though. I wish you the best of luck going forward. Congrats on the win. Any special shout-outs?
Shout out Slurp for not wrecking me. That's pretty rare. Shout out to James for putting on a good race. Shout out to Parker for racing clean. Shout out to Nigel for running good. And shout out to K-Therms, bro. He did not deserve what happened, bro.
Gotcha. Well, you guys heard it from him. Special shout-outs to all those
Wait!
guys.
Wait!
All right.
Shout out to Justin Banjo 17. There we go. There you
Wait,
go
hold
now.
on. I forget. Yeah, okay. Alright, you guys heard it here from them. Shout out to everyone in this field tonight. I brought in the league owner to give his thoughts on the race tonight. Texas, felt like it was a big improvement. There were a few cautions, but overall, I think it was a little bit better step in direction. What are your thoughts on that and just overall tonight? Also,
Yeah, I
do you have the
mean,
finishing results?
oh yeah, I have the results. You want me
I
to
would
send
like
it
to
to
have
you?
those. Yeah,
I'll send
and
it
then
on
give your thoughts.
Discord. Yep. Yeah, so I mean, overall, I thought it was a pretty solid race. I mean, we only had what, I think 3, 4 cautions maybe. I think it was 2 in stage 1 and then 1 in stage 2, I want to say. Something like that. But yeah, no, we obviously there was that wreck with the lap cars there that we decided to do a no call for with like 10 to go. That was kind of a tough call. I know not everyone was a big fan of that call, but yeah. So I feel like the race overall was pretty good. Everyone was a lot more patient tonight, and we were able to communicate a little bit better using the Discord. So I think it was a pretty good improvement, and we'll hope to keep it going forward.
Gotcha. Well, to be fair, manual cautions take time. I think that's going to be something that really takes time between admins, especially now that you guys are able to communicate. So having maybe a little bit of issues like the first race of doing manual cautions is fine. I think you guys will learn. I really
Oh
did
no,
see
we've always
improvement.
done manual cautions here. This was like the first season we've ever done auto.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So no, we've done manual like every season since like season 4 or something like that. So it's definitely not new.
Gotcha. Well, the communication is definitely a big factor. I felt like that in the long run, it's gonna help you guys, and I can't wait to see. When you get the results, please send them to me. I will read them out for everyone who's interested. But overall, our bracket tomorrow won't be a really good contest. We'll be racing tomorrow as well. They do double headers on Friday. So it would be Joey and Parker,
Just sent the
but
results.
Parker was basically handed a free $100 because of Joey missing next week or missing tomorrow. Tomorrow night will also be, by the way, if you guys are interested, we'll be at Pocono. Definitely a solid track. Pocono is definitely an interesting one. It's gonna be similar to this track, but I will go over the results now. Your winner tonight in the 38 machine R4D was able to get it done, able to win tonight. Slurp finishes second again this week. Still a good run for him, continuing to run up front inside the top 5. Yoshi Racing finishes third. He's going to be your bracket winner tomorrow at Pocono. Slide Job in his debut race finishes 4th. 5th was Kevin Yu. 6th was Ironman Stage 2 winner. Did some strategy to get up front, got some track position, get a good debut race in 6th. 7th was Savage Melodramatic, finishes top 10 with 8th. Yoshi, the regular Yoshi, finishes 9th. 10th was Outsider a lap down. So a lot of cars are a lap down. Big Colt top 15 for him. 11th sadly gets eliminated from the bracket. Banjo finishes 12th. 13th is Tink's Pudding. Solid run for him. Unfortunately, Nigel Speed had an incident late in the show, finished 14th. Unfortunate for him. He had some good speed tonight. Same with Wesley. I think he had some solid speed, finishes 15, 2 laps down. 16th is Bush. Venom finishes 17th. 18th was Moyer. And then negative 88 stage 1 winner K-Therm sadly lagged out early on in the show, finishes 19th. And then rounding up your field was Flair Vanetti. So overall, Texas provided a solid race. I liked it. Just unfortunate about the invite thing early on. Sorry about that.
That's my
again.
bad. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was trying
you
to
may
figure
hear
out
a
Discord
little
settings. It's the first time, so you know.
You may hear a little complaining on the stream, but don't take it personally. No, I'm joking. Overall, it was fun. I enjoyed it. A lot better than last week at Indy. We finally had some green flag pit stops. Think the strategy came into play, and that was fun to watch. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a race at Pocono. It'll be a fun one. Frank's Cup Series. See you guys later.